It was the golden age of audio, when giants walked the earth. Marantz, Sansui, Pioneer, built like tanks, sounding like pure, unfiltered honey, poured directly into your ear canals. Today, we settle the debate, which 50-year-old receiver reigns supreme. You guys know I love vintage audio, but if I read one more forum post or watch one more YouTube video where old guys are seriously ranking the sonic qualities of unrestored gear from the Nixon administration, I think I just may start smoking pot heavily again. It's the internet's favorite pastime, the Great Vintage Audio Pissing Contest. A bunch of old guys fiercely debating the nuances of equipment that hasn't operated within factory specs since Star Wars A New Hope was in theaters. It's ridiculous. And today, I'm going to tell you why. It comes down to two very uncomfortable truths: the gear and the ears. You may be thinking already, why do you keep saying old guys? Because that's who's into vintage audio equipment from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And as you can see here, this is the actual demographic of my channel. And it's old guys. Truth number one, you aren't listening to a 1975 receiver. You are listening to a box of slowly dying chemical components. See this? This is an electrolytic capacitor. It's filled with wet goop. Over 50 years, that goop dries out or leaks out. It's not an if. It's a when. When these things drift out of spec, they change the sound. They can kill the bass. They can add distortion. You don't know what kind of sound you're going to get from them. So when Gary on the forum says the Marantz 2270 sounds warmer and more tubey than the Yamaha CR1020, what he really means are my electrolytic capacitors are failing and it's rolling off my treble and it's adding some pleasing harmonic distortion that I like. You're not comparing engineering philosophies. You're comparing which unit has degraded less badly. It's like judging a beauty pageant in a nursing home where none of the contestants have seen a doctor in 40 years. And now the part that's going to get me canceled by AARP. Truth number two, the ears. Gary has hooked up his Sansui G9000 receiver for comparison. Listen to that air around the cymbals, the sparkle up top. It's definite proof that the Sansui has better treble extension. Look, I'm as old as Gary, but biology is biology. No matter what Gary or I think, we don't hear as well as we used to. This is presbycusis, age-related hearing loss. The vast majority of the die-hard vintage audio community is male and over 60. Statistically, Gary hasn't heard anything above 12,000 hertz since the Clinton administration. So when these guys are writing 1,000-word essays ranking the upper frequency transparency of two different pieces of equipment, they are literally debating sounds they physically cannot hear. It's like two colorblind people arguing over the shades of purple. So unless your 40 or 50 or 60-year-old piece of vintage audio equipment has been restored, gone through end to end, put up on a test bench to verify that it's operating properly, how can you do any type of a valid test comparing it to another piece of equipment? It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, and that's why I don't do it. I would have to time warp back to when I was 20 years old, and then maybe I'd have a chance to compare them and actually have what I said mean something. Old guys comparing old equipment is scientifically invalid. The ranking exists entirely in your imagination, and there's nothing wrong with that, to go through and test your equipment and see which one you like. But some of these people get into these forums and make these videos to definitively say, this one here is my worst receiver with a pair of broken ears as well as a broken piece of equipment. And coming to the conclusion that my piece of equipment's broke, my ears are broke, you own the same piece of equipment, so yours is junk. I'll say it again, it's ridiculous. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about vintage audio equipment comparisons. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you leave me a like. If you're not subscribed, I hope you leave subscribed. And if you are subscribed, as always, you know how much I appreciate you guys who've hung in there with me. Y'all have a good day.